Okay, so here we are in the Havana, Cuba. This is the center of the Havana, not actually the old center, but the new center of the Havana. A lot of the buildings, most of them rather in a bad shape, but at the same time, you can see the grandeur of the old buildings here. A lot of shapes and colors. Havana is a fascinating place. So, we are here for this week to make some nice content for us. While we are reflecting the country, we are also reflecting many other things that in our plate. So we're gonna come up with some really interesting strategic topics for consideration. Eso es spaghetto napolitano.
Espagueti con salsa y queso.
Solamente con
Salsa y queso, sí. Sí, sí.
A ver, y le puede agregar los agregos que tenemos.
Now, two main cities that I know from Cuba. One is Havana, the other one is Santiago de Cuba. The more you are challenged in that situation when you hear, no, I'm not making contact with you, and then comes this BAM! The immediate response that comes out of the gut is, of course, disappointment. Then you start to have this kind of a coercion. You push, and you. But that's not the nature of the future. You just need to allow future to happen. We're thinking tomorrow to have this like 5 hours.
5 hours?
5 hours around the city.
Yeah.
You get your roof down, no?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, of course. What would be your price?
Price for 5 hours?
5 hours.
150.
150. Okay. I think 150 is good price. Yeah, I think we're gonna take this. So, tomorrow
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Yeah, we can start from here.
Of course, in the morning.
In the morning, yes. Yeah.
5 hours at night? No. Okay.
Yeah, it was about this company, and there was urgent issue that we need to deal with part of the board, and I still haven't read what I was supposed to read to prepare for our session, so I need to now to get to that. Hello, how are you? Gracias, muchas gracias.
Where are you from?
Oh, Helsinki, Finlandia. Up in the north, you know, with the polar bears and stuff, no? Gracias. They have you can look at the non-alcoholic drinks. They have a good selection.
Sophie is your friend from California.
Sophie, yeah. Oh, you haven't met probably. No, you have not met. Yeah. Sophie, we were working for many years together. She was. We did a lot of actually the articles that I was actually referring to. This what I just told. The work we did with Patagonia, I did with Sophie.
Wow.
Yeah, we went there many times to California. We loved California. We went there. And we had this ideas, what do we go there, you know, that we want to do different things, do an investigation, and of course, and we always were we found our ways how we could, you know, kind of fund ourselves and give a justification for those trips, and it was really nice. Interior here,
Yes.
This is very unique, right? This is something
Right.
that very
Authentic.
authentic, creative, I would say. I have always felt that in a way here, there is a lot to learn here. It's something that you don't learn if you are only in the countries which are more or less run in the same way as, you know, kind of the Western type of the model. So I think this is something very important for us to learn, you know. Be flexible with your with your positions.
You were in Japan.
I was in Japan with a company, and we went through a long distance actually, and we covered much more than just the cities. We wanted to see the countryside as well. And in the group that I was there was a Finnish woman who had been living there for a long time. So she was really a kind of a local expert. She showed us very interesting places. She knew the language, so she could even talk to the locals and all that. But it shows the beauty of the country, and at the same time it also shows that there is a really strong sense of aesthetics in Japan, to the extent that when you go there and let's say you go to the restaurant, you pick your food, it's always very good quality. They really care about you, even if it's some very modest place. Also, what struck me was it's a very beautiful countryside with a lot of nature. Actually, amazing fact is that almost 70% of the coverage of the Japan is under canopy of the forest, pine trees and others, because a lot of Japan is actually forest and mountains, and those forests are often in the mountain areas. But what's more, they have a beautiful culture of spas, which means the culture of well-being. And this well-being is something that really defines Japan culture. Japanese people are known statistically to live longer than any other folks in this world, but also because when you look at there, you don't see much overweight people. You see that something they've got right. And I think what they got right is that they know that they have to kind of attune with the nature, and they have to take very good care of their well-being. And that's why they are very much unlike Americans. The sense of beauty that they have and the sense of the well-being is something that they carry very proud. 10 days of experience in Japan was really groundbreaking, because after that, whatever I read about the Japan or I talk to the people that are from there, it always gives me the context. My own experience gives me an idea that, wow, that's the country that we're talking about.